I'll be your light. When it gets too tight, I'll be your light. It's your girl, Jeanette Smith, certified life strategist and mindset coach. And it is time for another Monday mindset session. And I am so excited to see y'all already in the room. Yes, how to live an intentional life. Hi, Michael. Good to see you. It is Mindset Monday, baby. Good morning, Leola. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, I love the hearts pumping out in Periscope. Those pretty green lammy hearts. Good morning, Neil. Hi, Pamela. Good morning. Hello, Helen. I hope you all had a great weekend. Hello, Monique. Thanks for the hearts. I see you. I see you. I see you. I see you. Savalas, another blessed morning in the first fruit of an awesome week. You got it. You got it. Mwah. I'm loving it. When it gets too tight, I'll be your light. That's it, Michael. That is it. Got to, right? We need light. And our charge is that each and every one of us. Hey, Pam. Hello, Jeremiah. Good morning, sir. Good morning. Hey, Stephanie. How are you? Good to see you on Periscope. And hello, Donna, one of our first responders, frontline folks. Thank you. I know you must be tired, so thanks for popping in. So great to see everybody. And that is our charge, isn't it? That no matter what, that we will take our light and illuminate the corner of the world that we happen to occupy. Hey, Natalie, how are you, girl? Good to see you. That is our charge. And so everything that we do Monday through Friday is built to help you all get what you need to keep your wicks trimmed and keep that oil in your lamp so that you are being the light in your part of the world. So I'm so glad to see you. And hello, yummy, yummy, yummy hugs and kisses across Facebook, Periscope, and YouTube. So good to see everybody. Hello, good morning, West Coaster. Good to see you, Jennifer. Glad you're in the room. I'm going to start today, as Michael went ahead and put up for everybody, we're talking about living an intentional life. Living an intentional life. And what does that mean? We're talking about everything that you focus on, everything that you put your energy toward, which we know where energy goes, or where our focus goes, energy flows. Where our focus goes, energy flows. Where you put that focus, your intentions, are all in alignment. The small things you do are in alignment with the big picture. Seems so simple. Like your intentions, those small things you do every day, should be in alignment with your big picture, right? I'm going to share this quote with you. Intention is one of the most powerful forces there is. What you mean when you do a thing will always determine the outcome. What you mean when you do a thing will always determine the outcome. So two people can do the same exact action. They can say the same exact phrase, but their intention is going to guide how it comes out, right? I'll take something stupid like, oh, that's a really nice outfit. Oh, that's a really nice outfit. It's like, to your intentions, same words, but your intention is different. So it affects your tone, your delivery, and everything else. And I'm not sure that we pay that much attention to how we form intention in our own lives and how we bring deliverance to those things. Because what you're manifesting is showing me what your intentions are. What you're manifesting in your lives, that's showing all of us what your intentions are. So I want us to work on this area because for some of you, you're a hop, skip, and a jump away from unlocking the next level of achievement for your career or setting yourself on the path to being in more alignment with your purpose in this season, for healthy relationships, for your finances, which you believe that you're able to receive in the area of finances. And even this week, we're going to do a lot of focus on self-love, self-acceptance, and self-worth. So your intentions are going to be pretty important. When you're setting powerful intentions, you're creating within yourself a new and specific state or frame of mind that serves your purpose in life. Thank you for the teal kisses over here, Periscope. Let's think about that. When you're setting powerful intentions, you're creating within yourself a new and specific state or frame of mind that serves your purpose in life. Okay? Oh, there's Bob Hamp. Now I'm going to be embarrassed because I was about to share a story out of this book, one of my favorites, by that guy, Bob Hamp. Yep, I'm pretty much just on this whole Hamp kick right now. Team Hamp. Good to see you. Good morning. So the intentions. And the thing about our intentions is if we would sit back and we would let things kind of flow and listen to what's happening intuitively on the inside of us, we would get into the flow of our life purpose. You know, a lot of times things aren't working. You feel kind of like a salmon swimming upstream, right? Because things just seem hard. They seem hard. And what you need to share. Okay, it's the acrobat. Okay, I'm going to share the story about the acrobat. One of my favorites from Freedom Class that is also in this book, Think Differently, Live Differently. And there's a whole series, Learn Differently. Just go Bob Hamp it out and you will see everything that you need to see. And so getting into that flow, setting our intentions, who you want to be, what you wish to contribute, and how you choose to touch the lives of others. Who you want to be, what you wish to contribute, and how you choose to touch the lives of others. And the beautiful thing about it is, and those of you who have been with me, you've heard me talk about the dirt work. Has to do with your seed, the seed of what's on the inside of you that's planted. And the dirt work is all the stuff that happens in the dark, when you feel like nothing is happening, when you feel like you're not making any moves, when you feel like you're not growing, you're not developing, because it's all that stuff that happens underground. A seed actually starts, first it's broken open, which is painful, right? When you break open, get in there and do that good self-excavation. You're working on figuring things out about yourself. And then it gets roots first. So then it seems to be going backwards because it grows down into the dirt, because you have to have a foundation. You have to be anchored, right? And then before it even, you think, okay, now I'm going to grow up. Nope. Then it goes sideways and all the roots start growing out this way because it has to find nourishment and the things and the people that feed your purpose, that feed your vision, that feed your resources, and that feed your intellect and growth, so that your talents and everything about you can be crafted and gifted and grow. And then you start going up. Then you start growing. And even then, you're still got to bury and burrow through the dirt to get to the surface. So those types of things of what we call the dirt work. You're going to love the one I'm sending you, especially with what you're saying. Oh, I'm so excited. I really am. Okay. And I have to call my fan out. Lisa, good to see you, West Coast. I'm always so happy when I see my West Coasters. That means they are really trying to get in here and do it. So I'm so excited. Thank you, Bob. I appreciate it. I can't wait to read it. So out of this book by Bob Hamp, that dude right there. There was a story that really touched me about this whole thing when we talk about seed and DNA and what's already on the inside of us, right? And so there's a story he tells about the acrobat. And this child was born to, I'm going to paraphrase it, but it's an awesome story. This child was born to, hey, good morning, Candace, to a family that was gifted in acrobats. You know, you see them. Let's say it was just like Cirque du Soleil. Okay, they were used to flying and spinning and hanging off of silk ropes and doing all these kind of just really unique things to that family. And they grew up through generations doing that. And so, you know, this was back in a time when they were still traveling by wagon, and so they were traveling through the countryside from town to town to town to town, and they were, you know, sharing their gift and making people happy and inspiring and empowering people with their shock and awe of this amazing gifts and talents that they had, right? And so on the journey, as they're going through a farm area, they are, you know, traveling by night, and horrifically, the baby falls out. Their youngster falls out of the bed. There goes the baby. It reminds me of a Moses story, right? Wrapped up, bundled up good, but falls into this farm area, farmland, by which a farmer finds the child, right? Brings the child home, which is a blessing to them because they wanted a family. So you see that as a blessing, right? They raise this child. They're trying to teach them the way of their life by farming the land, tilling the land. Hey, what's up, Trey? And teaching them all the things that make them who they are, right? As farmers and cultivators of the land. And, you know, he's doing it, and he's trying to, you know, get in there and please his dad and learn the lessons that come with all the great things that he's learning, all the useful things that he's learning. But there's this disconnect. And he doesn't even know why. And then one day he's just kind of hanging out and playing around in the barns and around on the equipment and stuff. And, you know, he starts naturally doing stuff that's on the inside of him, like flipping and jumping and twisting and turning and leaping and just things that farmers probably wouldn't just be naturally doing. And, you know, it's kind of alarms the parents for a little bit, like, you know, oh, okay, we need to watch that. Let's keep a check on that, right? Until, guess what? Cirque du Soleil comes back to town. I'm just making it Cirque du Soleil. It's not Cirque du Soleil in the book, but that's what you get when you get a Jeanette paraphrase. So they come back, the acrobats come back to town, the family acrobats come back to town. And, you know, now the boy's energized because something about that flyer, something about what they do energizes him and connects with what's in him uniquely, right? That's that thing I keep wanting to make sure you all are paying attention to, even in a pandemic, even when the world is in the middle of, you know, a hard race conversation. What are the things that are leaping up in you, even now in the middle of disruption? Because I promise you, there are opportunities even in the middle of disruption. And so pay attention. What's leaping up in you? What is it that you're seeing and exposing yourself to? And no matter what, all the noise, something about it just connects. Something about it just, it's like a magnet and it pulls you in, just like this boy was pulled in. And so he begs his dad, like, can I go? We gotta go. So he takes him, right? He takes him to see this. And oh my gosh, what mind-blowing things happen on the inside of this boy when he sees people who are doing what's naturally on the inside of him. Flying and, you know, spun off of one thing onto the other and flying and catching and releasing and all sorts of things that he thought might be wrong with him, but they were really things that were a part of him. And I need you to think about that too. Like there's things that we see about ourselves that maybe aren't uniquely aligned with the people right around us in our immediate circle. And so somehow we judge that, good morning, Karen, as being wrong or, you know, out of line. It's when it's your unique gift, when it's your unique set of skills and talents, they're probably not going to look like anybody else's, right? Because that would make you some sort of invention out of a cookie cutter if you look like everybody else. But what are the things that you keep trying to play down and play small to fit in that are really keys to you unlocking the DNA of what's uniquely on the inside of you? Can I put a link to where to find the book? You absolutely can. You're Bob Hamp, one of my favorites. Put that beautiful link. And so when you think about it, when you think about no matter what his nurture was growing up, no matter what his exposure was and his developmental phase, when you think about the fact that that's all he knew, because from the time he was a baby, all he knew was farming. All he knew was their life. And Bob asks great questions in here. Was he rescued or was he? Was he rescued? He already possessed the genetic blueprint for every innate drive and ability carried by his two parents. Surely the hope for their future was embodied in this new little creation, right? So even though he was raised on the farm, even though he got familiar with the unfamiliar, all of this stuff, when it came down to it, he had to become who he was. He comes to the point where it's called The Choice. The section is called The Choice. Son, we are not who we think we are, the farmer said. We are not who you think we are. His voice quivering. And because of that, you are not who you think you are. What a powerful statement. So the adoptive parents are telling him, we're not who you think we are. And because of that, you're not who you think you are. So I want to put that question to you. There's the link, guys. There's the link to the book. What are people around you telling you about who you're supposed to be based on who they are? Yes, sir. I know. Let that just marinate for a second. What are you believing about you based on now? And I get it. Some of this could be familial and some of this can make sense to you all from a family standpoint. But I want you to think about it in terms of just even your immediate circle, your immediate world, the people in your holiest of holies. What is it that you're believing about you based on what other people are reflecting to you that you should be, or what you believe about yourself because of what you're around, because of maybe lack of exposure, because of you bought into this is what I do, this is all I am, and kind of drowning out that other voice in there from your DNA seed that's telling you who you really are, what the gift and assignment really is for your life. What is it you're really purposed to do? Because we all have that assignment. We all have that thing that's already in there. All you got to go do is dig in that dirt, figure out what's the DNA coded in there so that you live out uniquely that thing that you're purposed to do. But the noise gets so loud and people's opinions get so loud. And even well-meaning family members and friends can try to, because of their fear that's wrapped in love, keep you in spaces and places that are comfortable for them. And you look up, and I heard a friend talking about it as an Indian male. I heard him talking about it this morning. As an Indian male, I grew up understanding that education was important and I needed to be like an engineer, a doctor at this. He wanted to teach meditation. He wanted to help people with enlightenment. But because of what was forced on him as identity versus him listening to what was in him as identity, he spent 15 to 20 years doing well, but not being happy at all. Struggle with that voice now. I get it, Pam. I totally get it. Hey, Lydia, good morning. I have to sit in this question. That's the best kind of sitting. That's the best kind of sitting. That is the best kind of sitting. Because so many of our struggles are tied to that. Trying to fit the square peg in a round hole. Trying to make something, hey, Artie, on Periscope, trying to make other people happy, trying to fit in, trying to be accepted, trying not to rock the boat. All of those things we're trying not to do, not taking us in the direction of what we should be doing. And so then we get on these scopes and we get on these coaching things and we get on in our groups and we unravel and we pull back all the layers, and it's not that hard. It's just accepting the DNA of what's coded in you and having the faith to step out on it. Wednesday, we're going to go through some of the blocks I know that there are there. And I'm excited to tell you that one of our favorites, Patrick Claiborne, will be with me. The Reverend Dr. Patrick Claiborne will be with me on Wednesday as we talk about self-love, self-worth, and self-acceptance. Because from an intellectual standpoint, from a heart standpoint, and from a faith standpoint, you have to believe, first of all, that DNA is coded on the inside of you for that assignment. And even those of us who know what it is, sometimes it's still hard to walk it out. Sometimes we still have struggles, but it's that faith when we don't even feel like it. I don't feel like an acrobat today, but I know it's in there. So guess what? I'm going to keep training. I'm going to keep honing my skills. I'm going to keep reading. I'm going to keep learning. I'm going to keep doing the things that cultivate what I've already seen is in there, and trust the path that leads me toward where I'm supposed to use it and what role I'm supposed to use it. And that's why setting our intentions every day is so important, because if every day you're just trying to fulfill this dream given to you by somebody else, or this identity, crafted for you by some idea that didn't come from the inside of you or the godly wisdom in you, then every day you're wanting to go to Florida, but you keep heading north and you're getting frustrated, right? We have to accept it. We'll talk more. I want to go down this whole path on self-love, self-worth, but we're going to talk about that Wednesday. We're going to stay focused on intentions today. But I really, 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 I'm so glad y'all are getting this. I really, 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 really need you to sit with that. What is the acrobat, the DNA of that's already on the inside of you, that you either haven't spent enough time trying to dig out, source out, figure out, or you've been denying? Because some of you already know what it is, but you've been denying it. I realize I have to walk away from people so I can hear my assignment. Absolutely. The path to your life purpose can be a lonely little walk sometimes. We'd love to be skipping down the path with our friends and holding hands, but there comes a time in every part of the journey where you're going to get up to a border where they can't go with you, and you have to step across that line and keep going, right? And they may catch you on another part of the path, but there's always a part of the path that you have to walk by yourself. I love, love, love what I do, and I've been doing it for the past 16 years. I live it. However, I'm at a place right now where I feel like I should be doing more with my other talents and gifts, more to help and serve. I believe that your inner wisdom gives you that, though. Because God wants us to win. And God also wants us to serve and help and grow. And so how do we discover what that is? There you go. That's a big question. I want to start with the little things. The little things. Every day, you can do little things to set your intentions. And when you practice that, remember, I'm always talking about lift the 2-pound weight first. And then once you get that done, then go ahead and pick up the 5, and then the 10, and then the 15, then the 20, then the 50. So every day, it's just about picking up the small weights. And if you practice being intentional and setting intention every day, then you can turn that focus to every area in your life, your relationships, your money matters, your career path, your self-growth, personal development. if you practice them. Here's some clear intentions that you can set that kind of just help give you maybe a foundation. You can set your own, but I like to start with things. Remember, we're always talking about things in our control and things that also are in our influence, our sphere of influence, right? So I intend to lead by example. That's something that you can do today, right now, when we get off of this, we get off this broadcast. I intend to lead by example. I intend to love unconditionally. Wow, that's a huge statement in this climate. I intend to stop taking things personally. I intend to manifest happiness naturally. I intend to see the goodness that's around me. How many of us could really use that right now? I intend to be kind even when under pressure. Now, that can be a tough one. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. That can be a tough one. Because when the pressure comes, right, that's when you have to exert more what? Control. And so trying to be kind even under pressure can be tough. I intend to make someone smile every day. And can I add to that? Not only do I want you to make someone smile every day, I want one of those someones to be you. Do you know the endorphins and all of the hormones that are released, the feel-good hormones that are released when we smile, just by smiling? And I get it. It can be hard when you are sheltered at home. Who am I smiling at? I'm like, I'm smiling at Nala. Smile at yourself. That's why FaceTiming and doing all these different things is really great, because we need to have that facial recognition. We need to see the sparkle in people's eyes. We need to see smiles. We need to do those. All those types. You said, yes, Lord. Yes, we need it. We need it. We need it. And need. That was just a little aside. I just wanted to share that. But yes, make one of the people that you make smile every day. Let one of them be you. Okay. I intend to freely forgive others and myself. That's huge and greatly tied to self-love, self-worth. You were going to say that last one too, Pamela? Yes, we do. Yes, we do. I forgive others and myself. Sometimes the hardest person to forgive is ourselves, right? Man, we'll let other people get away with all manner of things that we'll never let ourselves get away with. I intend to make mindfulness an important part of each day. And mindfulness is just being aware, just being so centrally focused on what's happening so that I can make decisions about what happens next. And I'm not just letting things happen to me, but I'm mindful about, how do I feel about this? What do I think about that? Just questioning and being in the moment and sitting and pushing pause and not letting things just kind of fly around you, but just really taking note. That's how you get to the crux of that DNA that's in you that's trying to come out. And the reason that I'm really trying to hit this hard in this season is because I told you I have a PhD in repositioning. When I learned and understood and gave value through Lori Beth Jones's book, The Path, about what my purpose was, you sit down and there's like an action journal and you write on it. And I came up with my acronym, which was EIEIO, that I am built and made and created to empower, inspire, entertain, and inform people in original ways, right? But how I did that from season to season changed. It didn't change my umbrella of purpose, but the role, the hat that I would wear for each season changed. So when I discovered my life purpose statement, I was a news anchor. Okay, so I was doing it in one way then. And then I went and worked for ministries, for a mega ministry in Atlanta. So totally different, but I was still doing the empowering, inspiring, and entertaining and informing people in original ways. I was just doing it, wearing a different hat. And then I came out of that into my own consulting business. And then I went into entertainment. Boop, boop, boop. See, different seasons, different hats, one purpose. Savala says, I love what Dr. Mike Murdock says, those who unlock your compassion are those to whom you've been assigned. Absolutely. Absolutely. And, a lot of things that you'll hear me say come out of Dr. Murdoch's book of The Assignment, called The Assignment. Yeah, if I'm a wealth of books if you want to know about books. Don't forget Bob's book that's up there in the link. This whole series is really going to bless you. Live differently, think differently, live differently, lead differently, and learn differently. So I can't wait to get that book. Let's keep going with our list. Mindfulness. In the last one, I intend to suspend judgment and accept life as it is in the moment. A lot of our struggle can come from the judgment that we attach to what's happening. I gave you all an example. Smiling is so important, says the nurse. I gave you all an example. Greg Centineo, I interviewed him on Life Unscripted, and he was sharing how his sister-in-law, when the pandemic first happened, was like, oh my God, this is crazy. Everything's so crazy. Meanwhile, she was living in a really nice home in Marina Del Rey, beautiful view out her back, palm trees, everything's just lovely. Her family not affected. Nothing about her life had been touched by the pandemic, but she was working herself into this frenzy about everything's so crazy, it's so crazy. And he was like, what's so crazy? And the only thing she was talking about, she of course had empathy for people who were sick and who were dying, but really in her immediate world, it hadn't impacted her at the crazy level. She was just inconvenient. You can't go hang out with your friends. You can't leave the house because we're sheltered at home. That was a small inconvenience, small price to pay to move through this thing in safety. And so we have to really suspend judgments like that about what's really happening in my life. Other people could judge it as crazy, but is it really crazy or is it just inconvenient? Is this something that is working for my good? It doesn't feel good. It's uncomfortable. That's how I feel about this whole race discussion and what's happening. I'm horrified. I am horrified at the things that are happening to people of color, Black people in particular, almost every time I open up my app to see some news. I'm horrified. I am. But at the same time, remember I told you I gave up on saying that everything happens for a purpose. I knew that it does in God's mind, but because I don't have God's mind, I can't tell you what the purpose is. So I lean on being able to say, in everything I will find purpose. And so in this, the purpose I find is that we have to have this discussion. Hey, Kreslin. We have to have this discussion. And the world is having it on a large scale. And so if I can find purpose in all of this, hurt and pain and death, is that maybe we will really affect some change. That's purpose. So we have to be willing to look at what's happening, suspend our judgment, accept it, and get the lessons out of it that we can, find the purpose in it. And even as the Bible said, not giving thanks for everything that happens, but in everything, being able to find something to be thankful for. So instead of some distant, seemingly unachievable destination, we have to make our intention focus powerful. And remember, it's the little things you do every day that should be aimed at the big thing you're going for. So look at this. Instead of saying, I want to lose 15 pounds, say, I'm going to treat myself to nutritious lunch because I'm a healthy person and I deserve to feel energetic today. That's so much easier to wrap your mind around and give action to. I want to lose 15 pounds. You're not going to lose 15 pounds in a day. Let me just tell you a truth. My truth. We got into this pandemic. I had to do a lot of work. I work for ministries. You all know that. Plus I coach. Plus I started doing this. Hey, mama. Yeah, right. And I was spending easily 18 to 19 hours the first month in front of a computer, helping make sure that our ministry stayed online, helping make sure that our congregation was connected, helping make sure that we were communicating much more frequently because we were all sheltered at home, making sure that, our pastor was able to get up and online and do all these things. And easily 18 to 20 hours, easily. And then God started talking to me about taking my devotional book online, and you all joined me for the 21-day devotional, release devotional that we did. And I still was in front of the computer. Not only that, I'm sheltered at home with me and everyone's favorite internet niece, Nala. And, we couldn't go out. We weren't doing a lot. And so I watched the pound start, because me and the refrigerator were having a very serious relationship with each other at that time. And I looked up. And I was way more than a 5'4" person should ever weigh. Let me just tell you how true this is. I was heavier than I had been in my entire life, right before your eyes. And you all probably couldn't see it because you only saw me from here up, but maybe you saw it in my face a little bit. You're doing a great job. Really appreciate you, Sister Jeanette. Thank you, Michael. I love you, you little cheerleader, you. I love you, Michael. You're awesome. That sound familiar, Lanisha? Girl, I'm telling you. Hello, Vera. Good morning, sis. I'm telling you, I weighed more than I have ever gotten in my life, in my entire life. I can laugh about it now, but I can't even tell you. Yes, you can relate. Sis, I can't even tell you all. I love you, family. This is where we come, Empowerment Tribe, to share the truth, right? I can't even tell you how I felt coming off of that scale. I was like, okay. So I relate with that example about saying, oh, I'm going to lose 15 pounds. What I had to do, totally get it. Thanks, Pam. What I had to do was something very different. Amen. For me, COVID-19 represented 19 pounds. Oh my God. Rona dropped 19 pounds. Let me tell you, I just called it refrigerator therapy. Refrigerator therapy. Yes. Listen, one of my favorite memes, I promise you there's a point to the story, but while we're here and laughing, one of my favorite memes was somebody that took a picture of their refrigerator with a bikini hanging on it with a sign that said, girl, you're not hungry. You were just here 5 minutes ago. Or you're not hungry. You were just here 5 minutes ago. Girl, bye. That made me laugh because I imagine that's what my fridge was saying. You were just here 5 minutes ago. Girl, bye. Candace said, yes, I was in total marriage with my refrigerator. We're currently in court for divorce. COVID weight ain't a joke. Absolutely. I'm so glad y'all. Thank you for feeling the pain with me and sharing that you can relate. Just a little levity in the middle of this discussion. So I had to make a different decision. You all. That line about I want to lose 15 pounds, I could say that, but really, how do you wrap your mind around that in one day? So what I had to do was every day make a decision, what I was going to eat and what I was not going to eat. Was I going to go get on that Peloton or was I not going to go get on that bike? Right? Every day. And that's all I focused on. It was the small changes every day. I keep doing that. I don't know. There's a story I remember Anthony Robbins sharing about when Tiger Woods was having problems and, he's been the best in the world. And then he went through a phase and he was just tanking. And, Anthony Robbins does a lot of coaching with celebrities and athletic performers and athletes. And they talked about this 8 millimeter adjustment, or no, 4 millimeter. I think it was a 4 millimeter adjustment, right? That he made in his swing. And for those of you who golf, this is how you hold a golf club. But anyway, it could just be just a quick, just a little twist of your wrist can make all the difference in how you swing and how you hit the ball. And he was talking about how just that little adjustment, that tiny nothing of an adjustment, made all the difference in the outcome. And what I'm saying to you all is, when it comes to our intentions, for me, the intention was every day I'm committed to not eating these things. And I see you, Pamela, because that's what I did too. I just stopped buying stuff. I wouldn't even bring it in the house. I'm committed to not eating these things. And I'm committed to only eating these things. Right? And Karen says, I'm headed to the fridge now. Get out of here. Where's my ejection button? Karen, I know you'll make good choices. Anne Marie, hello, Dr. Mingo. Make the small decisions, choices every day to push you closer to where you want to be. That's how we become more focused on our intentions. It's the micro decisions you make, the little decisions you make every day. But you got to know where you're going. You got to know where you're going. That's why little decisions you're making every day, sometimes you feel like you're going in circles. Boom. Yes, because you are going in circles, because we have no vision for where we're trying to go. What are we trying to do? I'm going to be honest with you. When I started that journey, please stop me. Y'all, throw up your emojis to stop Karen from heading to the refrigerator. When I started making decisions about those things, the only intention I set every day was to eat healthy, to not eat certain things. And I was just focused on losing weight. I didn't even focus on like, I'm gonna lose this many pounds. It was just like, every day I'm gonna do things that I know help me. I'm gonna move my body. I'm not gonna eat these things, and I'm gonna only eat these things. That's what I started doing. And to date, I have lost 21 pounds. I feel so much better. I started to change my mindset in order to change my taste buds. Been eating more vegan products, more green vegetables. That's awesome. That is awesome. Get the celery or the apples. I see you. And we're talking about it in regards to weight because that's such an easy thing to see, right? But I'm trying to also get you all to use these principles when it comes to what you're trying to create that you can't see, like you in 5 years. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Keep your sister lifted. I got some more to go. God is good. Pam Gill says, I had a career in information systems, which I loved for almost 20 years, but God led me to a season and career of service. I realized I had a passion for helping disadvantaged and serving all people. It is my purpose. No matter how I tried to deny the calling, it still kept pressing me. Now I embrace it. And that's the beautiful thing. That is the beautiful thing. Hi, Annette. I'm so glad you love this. I love that you're here. And that's the beautiful thing. That is the beautiful thing. Yes. Great start. Absolutely. Great start. So now to you all, what is the thing that you need to accomplish? What is the thing that we need to set our intentions for where you're concerned? What do you need to accomplish? What are the things that are going to add and bring value to your life? What are the things that are going to help you excavate and get more understanding about what that DNA of that assignment is on the inside of you, so that in the end of 2020, you're closer to doing what you're supposed to be doing, or you have repositioned under that same banner of purpose to be able to now fulfill your purpose under a different role. What is that thing that you can do, that little 4 millimeter shift that you can make just because you set your intentions and help make the relationships in your life healthier? What are the things that you could be doing now to enhance the interactions and the the time spent with your children. What are the things that you could be focusing on? Where focus goes, energy flows, so that you can get your financial situation in a better place. What are those things? How do we set those intentions? Just like we set these intentions for various categories of leading by example and loving unconditionally and not taking things personally and manifesting happiness and seeing the goodness around us and being kind even when under pressure and making someone smile every day, including yourself. I'm always going to throw that in there, making people around you smile, including yourself. Freely giving and forgiving others, including yourself, right? Making mindfulness an important part of your day and suspending judgment and seeing things that happen in life for a purposeful reason. What is it I can learn? What can I extract out of this? What can I get out of this? Now it's on you all. Because there's no sense in us, really, honestly. I love you all. We could hang out and Zoom just to hang out, but there's no sense in us coming together for Mindset Mondays, Life and Purpose on Tuesdays, devotionals on Wednesdays, Life Unscripted on Thursdays, and live coaching on Fridays if it's not pushing you and moving you in the direction of your purpose. That's why this is. That's the whole reason we're doing this, right? Taking biblical counseling classes online so that I can start my life coaching services in 2021 and charting my. Yes. Awesome. Amen. So excited for you. That's awesome. Thank you so much for sharing that, Vera. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about. And so I want you all to say it in the chat now. What's one intention that you can commit to today? Congrats on the 21 pounds, feeling better. Yes. I won't go back. Can't go back to the way it used to be. No. Yes. Congratulations. Thank you so much, Sister Helen. Yes, we're so proud. What is the thing? Once you commit to changing your mindset, you literally can accomplish any small goals you have set toward the long-term goals. That's it. That's exactly it. Currently taking a mental day to set short-term goals and spiritual goals. Absolutely. And it all begins with your intentions. Remember, no sodas. Yeah. No, I never was a soda person. That wasn't going to be my thing. I'm going to tell you what got me. Cheese. I was a cheeseaholic. Pretty much taking control over me. Yep. Taking control over me. That's her small intention that she's setting today. Come on. No sodas. Is that your intention, Annette? No sodas? Okay. Taking control over me, says Pam. We got 2. Do I see 3? Do I see 3? Come on. Let's get these intentions in here because we're going to look at how we did on Friday. Your coaching is helping me so much. That is such a blessing. I'm so glad. And so, you all, I'm committed to always making sure that you get the help that you need. Yes, whether it's through a book, whether it's through me coaching you, whether it's through a therapist I connect you to, whatever that is, that's my commitment. That's an intention I set 5 years ago. Saying no and not feeling guilty for it. That's a good one. Ooh, boundaries. Boundaries. Silencing the voices of critics and listening to my inner me. That's so important. Inner me, I'm telling you, has a lot to say. Moving my body more. Good one, Annette. I see you. I'm with you on that one. I need to intentionally set some weight loss goals. Yeah, but remember what we said, Pamela. You might want to start with the intention of just eating healthy. And what does that look like? And what not to eat? Because I'm telling you, I knew that I had to lose some weight, but I didn't make that the main focus. My intention was to eat healthy every day, not eat unhealthy at all, and move my body. And I haven't been ferociously working out 2 hours every day. I haven't been, it's really about the eating. You'd be surprised how much weight you would lose just by your eating. I intend to be mindfully authentic. Ooh, I like it when y'all talk all self-aware. Intentionally shopping on the outside of the grocery store, not in the aisles. Well, we know all the carbs and all the processed foods. Good job. I'm addicted to cheese and I need to set boundaries. I broke up with cheese. I broke up with it. The only thing I'll do is I'll put some, like, a little Parmesan cheese, like in an omelet. But like, I could sit down and just buffet on cheese. We broke up. I intend to release judgment. That's awesome. I see you laughing at me, Annette. How to not be short. Your patience. Now, Miss Helen, this has been an area I know you've been working on. You have had some successes in this area. So hold on. Just hold on. Do the things that worked for you before, like putting yourself in the other person's shoes. Because a lot of times when we lose patience with others, or we get frustrated, or it's because we're only seeing it from our vantage point. So try seeing it from the other person's vantage point and see if that helps. These are all good intentions, y'all, and very, very achievable. Very much so, because it's the one, that little 4mm move that you make that's going to now set you. So if every day all I said was, I'm going to eat healthy and I'm not going to eat these things. And then I don't even know how many days it is. I'll have to tell y'all tomorrow how many days it's been. I haven't even See, I'm not even focused on that. I'm focused on lifestyle. So I don't even know how many days I've been doing this. But now I'm closer to my goal of being healthy and being a certain size and making sure that my organs are good and doing all of that. I know you will, Miss Helen. You are committed to self-awareness and growth. So I know you will. Intentionally listening to the inner me, because I know that's God. Absolutely. But I will ignore it because I doubt it. Well, we're going to talk about self-love, self-acceptance, and self-worth on Wednesday. The Reverend Dr. Patrick Claiborne will be joining me, because a lot of that not receiving what inner me is telling you has to do with trusting and loving inner me too, and trusting that relationship you have, because that relationship, and how we view that relationship is everything, right? I am so thankful for you all. How many of you are getting my texts? How many of you are getting my texts? I've been trying to send out, not too many, but just few texts to the Empowerment Tribe, so when we're doing coaching, so I can say I love you and I miss you over the weekend, and just love on you all, and make sure that you're you get that little Jeanette loving from the oven. So let me know if you all are getting those and enjoying those. Michael says he does. Okay. Leola says she is. He got on me about that before. Yep. So he'll be back. It's going to be a great conversation. Lanisha, you're getting them too? Okay. You all, if you're not getting them, okay, Annette, you're not getting them. If you want to get in on the Empowerment Tribe text, all you have to do is text the word release to 22999. 22999. Just text the word release to 22999. And like I said, it's just my way of, when we're not doing these things, or I might decide something, God says, we need to do this, or people need to talk, or that, and I'll do a pop-up something, and then I send you out the Zoom information. And Lisa, text, you only received 2. You should have received more than that. Make sure you didn't block them or something. You haven't get text release to 22999. I think I've sent out 4 or 5 now. I'm going to lower my sugar intake. I'm getting the text. Good job. Yeah, sugar's not good for us. Sugar's not good for us. Thank you, Lydia, for scribing that. So let's talk about what's up for the week ahead. You've set that intention. I'm going to help you water it and nurture it for the whole entire week. We're going to come back here on Friday and we're going to talk about it. So I want to make sure that you're clear about what that intention is. That's why I wanted you to write it in the chat. What is the intention you are setting for this week? You can set more, but this one we're going to talk about when we come back on Friday. The rest of the week, I'm excited about it. Tomorrow, Living in Purpose, I have a guest joining me, Jennifer. Jen, you all see her in the chats. Jennifer Lynn Oliver, that's her name in the chats. She's going to be joining me to share her testimony about doing this work along with other things that helped her find and follow her purpose. And she has a powerful testimony. And I'm telling you, you are going to be so blessed by that. Wednesday on the Release Devotional, the Reverend Dr. Patrick Claiborne joins me as we talk about self-love, self-worth, self-acceptance. Make sure that you share these because I know that you know people who need to be in the room. Thursday, I'm working on a couple of things, but one of those things will be talking about what we've been talking about today, emotional eating and those triggers and things. And Monique Pagan, who's part of the Empowerment Tribe, is going to join me because that is her specialty in coaching, emotional eating. And she's going to be joining us to be talking about how we can work through that and maneuver through that. You, my sister, are a blessing in life. Oh, thank you so much. And there's Jennifer. Hey, and she'll be on with us tomorrow. I'm looking forward to having you, Jennifer. Thank you, Ms. Leal. I appreciate that. And so then after we talk about emotional eating and just how to deal with the negative behaviors and habits that we establish to try to cope on, then when we come back on Friday, it's going to be live coaching. And so that's when we're going to check in on all these intentions that we set for today. It's important that we do it. It's important that we do it. And not just because, we just need something to do, but because of this time that we're in, we need every light bearer to be in position. Because if you're in position and you're shining light in your corner of the world, that's how we get rid of the ills of the world, how we get rid of the hatred, how we get rid of the pain and the suffering. We need light bearers in position, plugged in and shining. Even if you're still learning and growing, even like Vera, who, yay, she's doing coaching. You're on the path, but you're still shining light wherever you are. That is an important part of what we need happening in the world right now. We need all light bearers in place and on assignment, doing what they're called to do. All right. And for those of you who have joined and, some things come up because sometimes, the things we talk about can bump up against old wounds and bruises. Make sure you reach out to me at JeanetteSmith.com so that I can help you either find a coach or find a therapist or find somebody that can help you on the path, because you don't have to lift the weight by yourself. You just don't. And now it's more than ever, it's easy to get help because everybody's doing telework. You can be in the comfort of your own home and see a therapist, the comfort of your own home and see a coach, right? And then there's some other great tools. Boop, boop. And don't forget, Bob put the link in the chat for his series of books as well. And so I hope that you like that light. Yes, you're a light. Annette. Wait, did I get it wrong? Who's doing coaching? Annette or Vera? Annette or Vera? It's Vera. Okay. Annette's saying, I like the light. Yes, we have to stay in the light. Would you all agree we need more light? We need more light right now. Oh, put your hands on your heart. Close your eyes. Something I'm going to be releasing to you all this week is some meditations and affirmations that you can pull off of YouTube and just listen to them. They'll be layered with binaural beats, which binaural beats are music and sounds of different frequencies that are meant to help unlock some things in our physiology. So put your hands on your heart, close your eyes. And I need you to repeat after me. I am worthy of being healthy and whole. I am worthy of being healthy and whole. I am deserving of being healthy and whole. I am deserving of being healthy and whole. Take a big breath in and blow it out through your mouth. Let everything in conflict with that melt out of your body, down through your body, down through your feet, into the floor, down into the pits of hell. You are deserving of being healthy and whole. You are worthy of being healthy and whole. Big breath in and blow it out. That's one intention I hope that you set and you never let go of this week. It aligns with everything else that we've talked about. You are worthy of being healthy and whole. You are deserving of being healthy and whole. And together, we're going to make sure that we stay on track for those things. I love you all so much. I love you to life. Make it a great day. And I will see you back here on tomorrow for Life and Purpose. Love you to life. Bye, y'all.
I'll be your light.